This is Keith Helwig from Cops Corrections. I'm going to make a short video today on what I consider to be the most undervalued segment of law enforcement today. That segment is correctional officers. We all know the disrespect shown towards police officers, and being a police officer, I have felt that disrespect, although I'm lucky to work in communities where the people wave at me with all of their fingers. One of the things that I've really become aware of, particularly since I retired from corrections, is how undervalued correctional officers truly are. They're not only undervalued by the public, they're also undervalued by other law enforcement entities. People fail to realize that correctional officers work 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. Prisons aren't like a factory. If a position needs to be filled, they can't just shut the machine off and go home when a person calls in sick. Somebody has to work that position. Right now in Wisconsin, the state of the prisons is in such shambles as far as employment that employees generally work two 16-hour shifts, one 8-hour shift, two 16-hour shifts, an 8-hour shift, and another 16-hour shift. That's what compiles their week. Now, they're making great money doing it. I have a friend who was an officer and made over $120,000 last year. Of course, he worked double shifts every day, and he worked on his days off. He retired this year, which is great because it was wearing him out. How we can expect officers to go day in and day out with 3, 4, or 5 hours sleep, working 16-hour shifts, and remaining alert and vigilant is totally beyond me. As a former correctional officer, and as a current police officer, and as a member of the public, I think it's vital that we recognize the importance that correctional officers play in our criminal justice system. They're not just prison guards of the old movies. They don't walk around with billy clubs. They don't carry firearms. Some institutions, some states, they still carry nightsticks or batons. Some states, they carry OC. Some states, they carry tasers. However, regardless of what they carry, they are still perceived too often by the public as simply prison guards. Prison guards are a thing of the past. Correctional officers today are so much more. If you ever get an opportunity and you see a correctional officer in public, thank them. If you appreciate the efforts of a police officer and you see a correctional officer, thank them the same way that you would thank a police officer. It is a thankless job. It's a job where you're confronted and surrounded by felons for the entire duration of your shift. It's a job where you're working in a hostile environment, whether it's from the inmate, whether it's from upper administration, or whether it's from supervisors. It's a hostile environment that a correctional officer goes into every day of their working career. Take a little time out of your day and please remember these officers. There are communities which the largest employer is corrections. In those communities, correctional officers are appreciated. But there's a lot of communities where correctional officers go unnoticed and unappreciated. Please take some time and extend your thanks to these officers. If you like my videos, I'd ask that you please subscribe. Until then, stay safe and watch your back.